Good morning, you guys. Welcome back to a new vlog. It is literally the crack of dawn right now, and I'm being serious. It is so dark outside, so the lighting in here is super bright and it's forcing me to wake up right now. I am up super early because we're actually going to be doing family photos today, and I need to have myself ready before everybody else is ready so I can get everybody else ready and fed before we actually start driving. The place that we're shooting is about an hour away, and we need to be there for around 9 a.m. So there's lots to do this morning. I'm just about to get started with my skincare routine, and I'm going to be using all of my favorites from Typology. If you've never heard of Typology before, they are a clean skincare brand based in France, and everything is actually made in France, which means they have to comply with really strict European regulations for what can go into the products. So all of the products are vegan, they're naturally sourced, they're also environmentally friendly, and that also extends to their packaging. Everything is made from recycled or recyclable materials, and for all of their tubes they have them in aluminum, which I think is really cool because aluminum can actually be recycled over and over again, and it holds up its quality really well. So I'm gonna get started by washing my face with this gel cleanser that has 5% PHA and aloe vera, and this one is really good for micro exfoliating, so it unclogs pores, and it's also great for improving like texture and irregularities on your skin. So all of the products that I am using right now are from my AM routine that was actually generated for me by Typology, and to do that all I did was take their free skincare like diagnostic test, and essentially it will place you into one of 24 different like skincare typologies and then generate a fully customized and unique skincare routine for you for both the morning and the evening, which I feel like I really needed because I just felt so lost in my skincare routine after having my second baby. Sometimes it's just nice to have a little bit of guidance. And next I'm going to go in with that 9-ingredient face moisturizer, and I love this because it's very hydrating, but it's not greasy. It feels very lightweight. It dries into your skin very quickly. I am someone that has skin, because it can be sensitive, that reacts like not severely but quite noticeably when seasons change, and so usually my skin will get very dry or I will get super oily and then be like breaking out intensely. But I have stayed on my Typology skincare game this time around, transitioning from summer into fall, and I have found that my skin has reacted a lot better this time around with me being consistent in my routine. So if any of you guys are interested in testing Typology out, they have given me a unique link for you guys, which is in the description box below, and it will take you straight to that free skincare diagnostic test. I highly recommend that you take it. It's only going to take you 4 minutes, and it will generate you a full AM and PM routine, which is just such a great reference point to have. And a fun thing is that if you spend a minimum of $40 on their website, you will get one of their organic peppermint hydrolates for free. So do something for you. Head to the link in my description box to take the skincare diagnostic test and find out what your skin typology is. And thank you so much to Typology for working with me on today's video. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I have nails on for the first time in like literally a year and a half. I actually put these on last night by myself, which is shocking. I've never been good at doing my nails, but part of the reason that I haven't gone to get them done in so long is because it's just so hard to find the time to like go and just sit in the chair for an hour. It's so expensive, and then it's also really hard to get them off, and you have to like book a second appointment when you don't want them on anymore, which is just not practical in my season of life. So I actually found these at the drugstore. I painted them, but it was like a stick-on thing. I don't know what the name of it was. It was like Dazzling Glam or something like that. And then I just painted it with more of like a coffee colored like fall shade. But so far I do like the way that they look, but I am a little bit terrified because it's been so long since I've had these on, and already I'm finding it 10 times harder to do things. And I just know that today with like diaper changes and dishes and things like that, I'm just gonna be paranoid that they're gonna snap off, but I wanted them for the photos, and we only need to make it until like 10 a.m. Now I can do the freaky influencer thing. I am very excited to be getting some updated family photos today. The last time that we had photos taken of our family, Jude was like 3 weeks old. So it is time, and we've also never done like a fall themed shoot before, and we're gonna be doing these at an apple orchard, which is funny because literally was just at the apple orchard, going to the apple orchard today to take photos, and then our like small group from church is also going to the apple orchard tomorrow to go apple picking. So we are really just in our apple orchard era right now. Last night we went to the mall because I ordered a dress for these photos that just did not show up in time. The one that I picked out would have been so perfect for this, and the sad thing is that it shipped and it's like in shipment right now, but it's just not gonna be here in time for 9 a.m. today. Okay, I'm back to the age-old question of to wear or not to wear liner. I'm not usually like an eyeliner girl. I feel like it's a little bit too harsh on my face for everyday wear, but for family photos, I wanna say yes, wear liner, because your makeup looks so much less on camera, like specifically in photos, than it does in real life. I think I'm gonna attempt it with liquid and just pray that it all works out. Okay, here we go. You know what, I actually can't do this in the finder because I'm for sure gonna mess up. Hold on. It could have gone better. It's okay, it's okay. A Q-tip can redeem. So I have the first line, but the issue is now like, what do I do with it? Where is she going? I need to like, oh, it's so high up. Connect it down. I still have a whole nother side to do. I'm gonna have to just like erase the end of this one and do it again. Okay, so they're not twins. I don't know if I would call them sisters, but I feel like we've made it one step closer relationally with the eyeliner. And most importantly, I feel like we're at the point now where you're not gonna notice the difference on camera, so we're moving on. I have 30 minutes until we were supposed to be on the road, and I still have to finish my hair. I still have to get dressed. I still need to get both kids ready. So Jared is getting them breakfast right now, and then we're gonna do speed round. Hey baby. Oh, did you grab your makeup bag?
Yeah, I need mama.
You wanna get ready with me?
My makeup bag.
Do you wanna sit on the counter? I'll clear a spot for you. Ready? I'm ready. What do you think?
Beautiful.
Thanks, baby. Ignore everything else happening in the background. My room's a hot mess, but this is the dress I'm wearing. It is the Roscoe from Aritzia. It's like full bodycon. I put little like biker shorts underneath of it, almost to like smooth everything out, which I feel like is a good call. And I'm good to go. So now I'm gonna go and get Viv ready. I am not a hair expert. It's something that I want to grow in. I literally can't even do a French braid. So for situations like this, when I have to do like cute little girls' hair, I usually am a little bit stressed. One of my friends that's really good at it actually offered to come over this morning, but I was like, I feel like that's overkill. So I'm gonna make it work by myself. Both of our kids have a double crown, and then there's also cowlicks, which can be tricky to tame, but we're gonna do our best. Okay, look at mommy.
Beautiful.
Bellissima. That means beautiful in another language. I don't know which one. Italian, maybe? Okay, you need a bottle. You get dressed there, then I'm gonna give Jude his bottle in your room. We did it, buddy. High five. All right, we're in the car. I grabbed a couple of extras. I wanted some baskets because I thought those would be cute to have like apples in. Got my makeup bag. I have water spray for our hair, hairbrush, backup batteries, snacks for the kids, water bottles for them all in the diaper bag, so we're ready to go. So last night, instead of like watching a movie or something, before I forgot my wedding rings, I just realized. Don't worry, there's nothing going on. I literally just took them off because they dig into my finger. Anyway, last night, Jared actually read to me before we went to bed.
Yeah, I started a book last night that I bought a long time ago at like Value Village or something like that. And it was called The Tattooist of Auschwitz.
I feel like it's a very famous book.
It is, yeah, it's very famous. Started reading it last night, and then within the first 30 pages, it was so like gripping that I started reading it to Beth.
Yeah, you're like, you have to hear this.
And then we sat there and we probably read another 40 pages.
Yeah.
And then we laid in bed, and you went to sleep, and I read the rest of the book. I almost fell asleep at one point, but the story was so crazy that I kept reading. It was like 2:30 in the morning by the time I got through.
Because I think I fell asleep probably sometime around 11, and then I rolled over at one point and was so confused because I felt like I had been sleeping for a while, but the lights were still on. So I was like, it must have only been like 15 minutes. And then I looked over at you and you were like, it's 2 a.m. I can't stop reading.
Yeah, it was good. It's a really powerful story. Hi, can I please get a medium iced coffee?
Medium double with almond milk.
A medium double with almond milk. A water bottle.
3 Timbits.
And I'll do your smallest pack of assorted Timbits.
Yes, I want a sausage farmer's wrap.
And a sausage farmer's wrap.
Sausage farmer's wrap, okay. That's all?
Yep.
We have way too many cups in our car. We are home. I am already down to the full cozies. I did not last in that very long. And look what happened literally as soon as we got out of the car. My nail cracked off. I'm trying to decide if I like go into the kit and try and put another one on. Also, it's called Dashing Diva Glazed Donut. That is the actual name of the product. I'm pretty sure it's called Glazed Donut because that was like the color of the nail before I painted it, but we lasted way less than 24 hours. I'm pretty sure that was like 12 hours before one came off, but that's just the life of a mom. The photos went very well. The chilies that you're cooking behind me are getting into my throat. She's been taking my photos now since I was very young because she started photography when she was like 13. That was when she first became interested in it and has been a photographer since then. And we're 2.5 years apart. So I was always like her test subject growing up. And then when we started dating, she would always take photos of us. She's always taken a bunch of photos of the kids. So it's always nice to have a photographer in the family. But I was thinking about it this morning, and I would honestly say that like she's probably the reason that I even ended up becoming a content creator, because we started shooting together when I was like a preteen, and then I started to do it more with her when I was like a young teen, early adult. And we would test out like different outfits and things like that. And then it was at that point that brands started getting involved, because originally I would tag them and then some brands would send products because they wanted content in exchange. And at that point I was just like, this is sick. Like we weren't even either one of us getting paid for anything, but then free stuff kind of started happening. And then I feel like that's kind of how I ended up starting a blog and then doing Instagram and then eventually YouTube. So thanks, Emily.
You just boil the ramen noodles in the water, and then while you're doing that you just use like cream and chilies and garlic and just cook that in the pan, and then you mix it together so it just makes it a little bit creamier and
Did you use curry powder this time?
more enjoyable to eat. No, because these ones are actually like well flavored, these noodles.
That's spicy.
We will find out.
Yeah, so spicy.
It's pretty spicy. So the kids are down for naps now, but I wanted to show you the state of our kitchen after we just like up and left this morning. Got 1,000,001 things on the island. Mess from lunch, mess from breakfast, random banana. And then this is my favorite part here. This is just the reality of young children eating, but also young children eating 2 meals without any of them being cleaned up. We've got like jam dripped all over the floor, tiny little pieces of ground beef and quinoa. So we are going to tag team the cleanup in here now. I did lose another nail while I was doing that. There's very cozy vibes in here this afternoon. I think Jude might be teething. He has not napped at all this afternoon and has just been not himself, very fussy. He's also at the age where every single time I film, he just wants to grab the camera. So we've all just been taking it very easy. Might go out for dinner just to like have a relaxing evening. So that is what we are up to. Right now we are getting ready to go out to a, ow, that's not how that earring goes. Why can I only do this with a mirror? We are currently getting ready to go out for dinner tonight. Jared and I are both pretty tired from today, and the kids are both tired as well, especially Jude having not napped. Neither one of us wants to like make dinner and clean up from it right now, so we're just gonna go out. And then I think when we get back afterwards, we're gonna do early bedtime for the kids. And Jared and I might make apple crisp and watch a movie. I'm keeping it real simple. Threw on some Goldie jeans that I need to wash. There's a stain on them, and this little black shirt from H&M. Okay, let's go.
Let's go to the car, guys.
Hello, hello, hello. It is now not the next day, but the day after that, so the next day. Yesterday morning ended up being quite full. We had ballet and then came home for a little bit and then went to an apple orchard again, which was really fun, but I started to get a headache while I was there, and I made the mistake of just like pushing through it because we were all out and having a good time. And then yesterday night I paid the price of that. I developed the worst migraine sometime around like 3 or 4 p.m. and literally just had to come home and have like all of the lights off in our house basically until I fell asleep. I ended up falling asleep at 9, waking up at midnight, and then just going like right back to bed after. And that was the only thing that would help with it, was just like darkness and sleep. So thankfully I am feeling much better today. We went to church this morning. Jared preached, which was so good. I was like not willing to miss it this morning, so I'm really glad that I was feeling good again. And now I'm just getting ready and wrapping a present because we are going to a birthday party for one of my best friend's little boys. He's turning 1. So I got him the Baby Einstein Magic Touch Piano. It's a really fun toy, especially for a 1-year-old, and like a really good introduction to music. So this is what it looks like. I don't actually know if this has batteries in it right now. Then you can take these little like pieces of paper and you stick them in the top. And once it does have batteries, you can press the buttons and it will actually just like play that song as you are like touching the different keys. So kids love it. This is a very fun toy if you have a 1-year-old or know a 1-year-old in your life. So I'm about to wrap all of that up. I have like the most sad beige mom wrapping paper ever. And then I feel like I notice how crazy I look when I go to birthday parties and there's like all of this fun wrapping paper everywhere, and then mine looks like this. So I'm gonna jazz it up. I have some bows, I have some ribbons I'm gonna try and use to make it look less depressing. But I'm so excited because I just got this order in from the mail of like vitamins and supplements that I got recommended to me from my naturopath. So if you guys remember, a couple of months ago now, I started working with a naturopath, and some of this stuff is just like re-up supplements from what we had talked about back then. But she also recommended a bunch of new stuff this time around. Also, I should first start by saying that this is not medical advice. This is not advice for any of you guys to go take this stuff. A lot of this is just like vitamins, but at the same time, especially if you are someone that is like pregnant or breastfeeding, certainly consult with a healthcare professional before you start introducing anything that is a supplement to your diet. So I know that that kind of goes without saying, but I also just want to acknowledge that these things were recommended to me and for my body based on blood work. So talk to your healthcare professionals first. So she mentioned this thing called mental calmness that's supposed to just help with like relaxation, especially before bed. She also got me a really good, where is it? Magnesium. So this is a magnesium biglycinate. I don't really know what that means, but all I know is that the magnesium that I had and had been taking, she said was like not good and probably not helping that much. So I got that. She also gave me a very small dose of melatonin. I also got a better version of vitamin B12 than the one that I had picked up from like the drugstore. We also have Peak EPA. So this is like a high potency DHA. So this is for like brain fog, healthy brain development. And I haven't actually started taking anything for that yet. So I'm very excited to test that out. And then the last thing that I have in here is just a larger capsule of rhodiola. So this is actually for adrenal function and adrenal support. So for me, a lot of that fatigue and the kind of inability to catch up on rest, even though I am sleeping a little bit more, hopefully this will be able to help combat that. Those are all my little supplements. I have literally just started getting into like supplements and vitamins more this year. The nice thing is that my naturopath absolutely loves Ritual vitamins. There's been a couple times that we've looked at the website together and she's been like, these look honestly so good. There's great dosages of a lot of the things that you would need to have in there, and they also come from great sources. So she's a huge fan of Ritual vitamins, but a lot of the times a multivitamin, if you are on one of those, still has gaps in terms of like what your body needs to function, and you can't really know that until you do some blood work and work with someone to figure that out. So I have been so grateful to work with a naturopath over the last couple of months specifically. I find that it is such a game changer for me. So if you guys have not ever worked with one, highly recommend. I have one other box beside me here that I am very excited about. I'm going to be annoying and not open it right now. I'm actually going to tell you to come back and watch my next vlog because it is going to be all about preparing for Jude's first birthday that is coming up. I have a lot of really fun plans and a really cute theme for it. This next week I'm going to be like in full on party planning mode because we're actually going to be gone and away for the week leading up to his birthday, and I need to have everything pretty well set up so that we can get home and then have the party the next day. So next week is going to be fun. I'm going to go through all of this with you guys in my next video, so stay tuned for that. For now, I think I'm going to wrap up this vlog here. Thank you guys so much for watching and for hanging out with me for the last couple of days. I wanted to remind you that if any of you wanted to test out the skin diagnostic from Typology, it is free. It only takes 4 minutes. You can find a link for that in the description box of this video. It will take you there and to check out some of Typology's products, which I highly recommend. So definitely do that and let me know what your typology is. I'm so curious to see if anyone has one that matches mine. And to do something fun, the first person that comments with a skin typology that is actually the same one as mine, I will send a Starbucks gift card to, just for fun. Thank you so much again to Typology for working with me on this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until my next video, I love you guys, I'm praying for you guys, and I will see you soon.